Imagine this. You've just bought your dream home. The perfect neighborhood, manicured lawns, quiet streets, and that sparkling community pool you can't wait to use. Everything seems perfect. Until one morning, you find a bright orange notice on your door. It's from your HOA, the Homeowners Association. And apparently, your front door color violates community aesthetic standards. You're fined $150 and warned it could increase if not repainted within 10 days. Sounds ridiculous? For millions of Americans, this is everyday life. But here's the twist. While some homeowners call their HOA a nightmare, others swear it's the best thing that ever happened to their neighborhood. So, which is it? Are HOAs the villains stealing your freedom? Or the silent heroes protecting your property value? Today, we're diving deep into the world of HOA living, the good, the bad, and the downright unbelievable. Before we begin, let's set the stage. HOAs, or homeowners associations, are a massive part of American homeownership, especially in newer or planned communities. If you're thinking about buying a house, there's a good chance it'll come with one. In fact, more than 75 million Americans currently live under some form of HOA governance. But here's the thing. Most people have no idea what they're signing up for when they move into one of these communities. They're drawn in by the clean streets, tidy lawns, and shared amenities, but hidden behind that perfect facade are rule books hundreds of pages long, monthly fees that can quietly climb, and boards that have the power to control nearly every detail of how you live. In this video, we're going to uncover exactly how HOAs work, where your money goes, what rights you actually have as a homeowner, and why so many communities end up in conflict. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, an investor, or just curious about the system shaping America's suburbs, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what you're getting into. We'll explore the real benefits, like how HOAs can maintain neighborhood standards and protect home values. But we'll also expose the darker side, the fines, the restrictions, and the power struggles that can turn neighbors into enemies. Stick around until the end, because I'll share a few real-life HOA stories that will make you think twice before signing that closing contract. So grab a coffee, settle in, and let's break down the truth about HOAs in America, where community rules meet personal freedom and every homeowner has a story to tell. So, what exactly is an HOA? The Homeowners Association is basically a governing body that oversees a community of homes, whether that's a suburban neighborhood, a townhouse complex, or a condo building. When a developer builds a community, they often set up an HOA to maintain common spaces and enforce community rules. Once the homes are sold, control of the HOA is usually turned over to the homeowners themselves, who elect a board to manage everything. In simple terms, think of it like a mini-government for your neighborhood. The HOA collects monthly or yearly fees, known as dues, which go toward things like landscaping, repairs, insurance, pools, clubhouses, or security gates. In return, residents are expected to follow certain standards: how lawns should look, what colors you can paint your house, even what kind of mailbox you can install. The idea behind all this? To keep the community consistent, clean, and desirable, which in theory helps preserve everyone's property value. It sounds great on paper, but as you'll see later, the way HOAs enforce these rules can make the difference between peaceful living and pure frustration. Now that you know what an HOA is, let's talk about how it actually works behind the scenes. Every HOA operates under a set of governing documents called CC&Rs. That stands for Covenants, Conditions, and Restrictions. Think of this as the HOA's constitution. It lays out the community's rules, what's allowed, what's not, and the process for enforcing them. An elected board of directors, made up of homeowners, runs the HOA. They're responsible for collecting fees, organizing maintenance, hiring contractors, and managing budgets. Many HOAs also hire professional property management companies to handle day-to-day tasks, from sending notices to scheduling landscaping crews. But here's where things can get tricky. These boards have real power. They can issue fines for violations, place liens on properties, and, in extreme cases, even foreclose on a home for unpaid dues. And because board members are often just regular residents, disagreements and power struggles aren't uncommon. At their best, HOAs operate smoothly, keeping neighborhoods beautiful and functional. But when communication breaks down or leadership becomes too strict, the same system meant to protect homeowners can easily turn against them. Despite their reputation, HOAs aren't all bad. In fact, many people love living in them. One of the biggest advantages is maintenance and upkeep. The HOA takes care of things like mowing shared lawns, repairing fences, and cleaning pools. That means less work and fewer headaches for homeowners. Then there's the aesthetic appeal. HOAs maintain a uniform look across the neighborhood. No peeling paint, abandoned cars, or overgrown lawns. That consistency often helps homes hold their value, which is great if you plan to sell later. HOAs also offer amenities that would be too expensive for one homeowner to maintain alone. Swimming pools, gyms, playgrounds, tennis courts, and even private security. You're essentially buying into a lifestyle with shared perks. Another plus? HOAs can foster a real sense of community. They organize block parties, seasonal events, or community cleanups that bring neighbors together. So yes, there are real benefits. Peace of mind, shared responsibilities, and higher property values. But like any system, it depends on the people running it. A fair, transparent HOA can feel like a partner in maintaining your home. A controlling one, however, can feel more like a warden. Of course, it's not all sunshine and manicured lawns. The biggest downside to HOA living is loss of personal freedom. Many associations have strict rules about what you can and can't do with your property, from the color of your house and height of your fence to how many cars you can park in your driveway. Some even regulate what holiday decorations you can hang or when you can put your trash cans out. Then there's the cost. HOA fees can range anywhere from $100 a month to several thousand, depending on the community and its amenities. And those fees aren't optional. Miss a few payments, and you could face late charges, liens, or even foreclosure. Another issue is power imbalance. Some HOAs are run by well-intentioned neighbors. Others are dominated by people who treat it like their personal kingdom. Mismanagement, favoritism, or overly aggressive enforcement can create tension and resentment. Lastly, there's limited recourse. If you disagree with a decision, challenging it can be a slow, expensive, and frustrating process. So while HOAs can protect your investment, they can also limit your freedom to truly make your home your own. If you're thinking about buying a home in an HOA community, here's what you need to know before you sign anything. First, read the CC&Rs carefully. This document spells out every rule and restriction, from exterior paint colors to pet limits. Don't assume you can get around them later. HOAs enforce these rules seriously. Next, review the HOA's financial health. Ask for the budget, reserve fund, and any pending special assessments. If an HOA doesn't have enough reserves for future repairs, you could be hit with unexpected fees down the line. It's also smart to talk to current residents. Ask them about their experience. Is the HOA fair? Are rules enforced evenly? Do they communicate well? Sometimes the best insight comes from people already living there. Finally, look for red flags like frequent lawsuits, leadership turnover, or complaints online. These can signal deeper issues in management or community trust. An HOA can be a blessing if it's well run, protecting your property and keeping the neighborhood beautiful. But if it's mismanaged, it can drain your wallet and test your patience. The key is doing your homework before you buy. So after everything we've uncovered, the structure, the benefits, and the headaches, the big question remains: are HOAs worth it? The truth is, it depends entirely on the people behind the rules and what kind of lifestyle you want. A well-managed HOA can be a blessing. It keeps the neighborhood clean, maintains amenities, and preserves property values so your investment stays strong. You'll never have to worry about a neighbor turning their yard into a junkyard or letting their paint peel off for years. In that sense, HOAs protect not just your property, but your peace of mind. But on the flip side, an HOA that's too controlling or mismanaged can make you feel like you're paying to be policed. You lose a bit of the freedom that comes with owning your own home, and that can be frustrating. At the end of the day, the perfect HOA is one that balances structure with flexibility, order with understanding, and rules with respect for individuality. If you're shopping for a home, take the time to read the documents, ask questions, and talk to neighbors. Don't just fall in love with the house. Make sure you can live with the community behind it. So, what do you think? Would you ever buy into an HOA neighborhood? Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate insights, and stay tuned for my next episode where we'll uncover how to spot a bad HOA before you buy. Thanks for watching. And remember, your home isn't just where you live, it's how you live.